So this is day 4 for Alteryx, and we are going to learn today about the working with the data types, like what are the kind of data types we can connect with Alteryx and work with Alteryx especially, and what kind of data we can import and load, and also like is it feasible to load kind of a JSON data or XML data or text data, right? So in the last session, we have seen like if we are working off any of the data, so here we can see like what is the type of the data here. So there is like very good documentation provided by Alteryx. And if you see here, so this is the link here. I can put it in the description. So here it will showcase like what are the data types we can work. So if you see here, um, we can work any type of data, especially string, numeric, text, date and time, Boolean data types, as well as special object. And what are the tools we can use, like select tool, append tools, join tools, multiple tools. For more information, like you can use these tools to connect with those kind of data or like work on those kind of data. And it has like a complete description about that tool, like how to use that tool. You can go to sample workflows as well. Either you can download or like here as well in the Alteryx we have got this one. So input and output, map input, preparation, join. So we can just right click and open the example. So it will showcase you like what is the example and it is talking about. So join tool combines two data types on a common field or record position. And in the join output, each row will contain the data from both inputs. So if you see here, this is one data and this is one data. And if you see the customer ID is the common in both this data set, right? And it is joining this. So when we are running this, so obviously here there is some configuration has been done. So from the left, it is taking the customer ID and the right as well. And then join by single field. Here it is showing like join by multiple field by last name and last name. So you should have that information and also like join by record position. So if you are joining with the record position, what will happen? So it is giving you a description as well, kind of and sample workflow, which will help to understand each and every component in depth, right? So that is the objective. So, but yes, I mean, today we are going to understand like what are the data types we have. So we can work with the string data type as well. We can work with the W string. So any string whose length does not vary. For example, we are not sure like what is the string length. So we can use this. And if there is some special characters or number, we can use this. Numeric data, we can use byte, integer 64 and fixed decimal and date time as well. We can work with that. Converting the date time data type. So how we can convert. So when it converts to date time, the engine parses the data either up to the max precision for that data type. So if we are trying to convert any data type, so we have to be very careful, like what all the conversion we require. Do we really need? So usually when we are working in a production environment or when we are working with a kind of a data where you can see here, for example, so we are not converting any like data or data type, especially or date type, until unless it is required, right? So if this date type is helping, so at the end the Alteryx environment is created to ingest vast number of data as well. Also like to do some kind of transformation, high level transformation, perform some of the advanced analytics as well, and you can load that data to the data. So from where you can do some more analysis of the data, right? So that is the objective of the tool. So until unless like we have to understand the requirement completely when we are working in a project, so we need to understand what is the data set and what is the size of the data set. So in terms of date, like do we really need to create out of this data? Do we need to really create a month, year separate, and then date separate? Because if you are adding a lot of columns, it might impact the performance. Right now, the size is very less, So it will not impact the performance much. But yes, when we are working with the big data set, obviously it will impact the performance of your data as well, or your workflows. So where you're working. So we have to be very, very careful as well. Boolean data type, whether it is true, false, and what all the like special. So if there is a object or any record is there, or point line. So for example, it could be a point, it could be a line, it could be a polygon. So mostly we are not, but yes, in the coming example we will see like how to work on this kind of data types. And also like what is that. So if we are saving the workflows, so that is always in the Alteryx workflows. Okay, if there is a data file, so it will be like database and a specific file. For example, if you have an app and license type, so when we are working in a production environment, we mostly have all this kind of files. I can show you, like here you can see Alteryx macros is there, and Alteryx workflow is also there. So I have created a macro as well. We will be learning all these things. We'll be learning how to create this macro and how to mm, get these components and load the data, and what we are doing to what we are using this here from the containers or other things. So those things we will be looking. Macro is basically to automate that objective. So on the, next time you won't be like every time you won't be running the workflows directly. So you can open the that macro and you can execute that. So automatically your your workflow will execute and data will get loaded. And here we can see like what are the data types. And so this is kind of a conversion. So we will be building all this. We have worked on this. If you see here, I have converted the date time, right? So this is one component I have been using this. So we can see like what is this component is. So where we can find this. So you can find this under parse. So here date and time, regex for textual, text to column, and XML data. So I am converting this date, state, time to a specific column or string instead of that, and what is the format I have selected. And then again, like I am selecting some of the columns, not every columns from the data. And here I am doing some output and joins here. And then again, I'm loading the data and then again summarizing the data. So here, this is a formula where how to write formulas and all that I will show you guys. Like these are kind of a formula. If you see here, so we have used date time. For example, if I want to see the day, if I want to day type, if I want the hour. So we have just date time here, but we want to implement all those things, these things. So we can do that in Alteryx. We can achieve all these things, right? And what should be the data type as well. So I have selected, right? So yes, we will be looking into this. But yes, I mean the data types, when it comes to the data types, we can work on all these kind of data types where whether it is text, whether it is numeric, and you can explore, like we can explore all this tool as well, like how to join. And they have given a proper documentation and example, like which one we should select. So what is the method and how you can rearrange, and the data size as well. So that also we will be looking. And if you come to, anyways, you don't have to follow much of the documentation. You can, I mean, if, for example, if I just want to explore this map input, right? So I can right click and open the example. So it will give you like the data it is connecting with some of, if I click here, so it will show you after selecting the point on the top configuration click, um, it will create an object, right? Map box. Here, if you see Alteryx Colorado office, it is showing the Alteryx office. And here, if I run this workflow, so it will give me the same output. So if you see here, please wait, rendering map. So I can go and I can learn this, and this is like a comment or text input where you can see like what exactly they have written. So we were using here one text or comment text input. So if you want So for comment, we have to use the, if I want to have a text here in this workflow, so I can use that uh, comment component. So here I can use this example as in this one, and I can either, you can copy and paste as well the entire stuff. I can copy here and I can go and I can paste this entire text, and we can just increase the size of that, and just we can change some of the color. If I want to have some other color, click OK, and then top center, then center. And if I have want to add some images, so that also I can do, right? So if you see here now, it is giving you by default the color and the things like what is exactly this workflow is talking about. So we have connected some of the sales data, which is connected here, input, and you see there is a data one, and we can use multiple browse as well. It is not like restricted, like over one workflow you can use only one browse option. So if you want to see the output of this, and if you want to see the output of this, and then on top of it you'd like to join these two outputs into one, so we can do that. So we can come here and we can just click here in the join, so we can just interact with this with the left one and this to the right one. And then here we can select like a store number and a store number. And then after joining, again, if I want to like for example, if I want to just see the output, like how it is, the output looks like after joining those two stores, so I can run the workflows and I can see here. So now you see the both the data set, and if you see like earlier it was having 5,000 and 5,000, but after joining the left and from the left right joining here, now we are getting like 27,000 of records. So there might be a duplicates as well in this. Okay, but this is just one example I am showing, like how to create a workflow and use this component. So yeah, this is about the data types and how we can. We will be exploring all these tools in a single session. So every session I will be going through like one. If you see the documentation here, so in the next session we will be looking into input and output files, which already I have discussed, but still. And then again select tool deep dive. What is the what we can do with the select tool, then filtering, and then sorting. So we'll be looking all these things in a coming lecture more, and we'll be understanding like how we can leverage Alteryx to work in the data analytics project. So thank you very much for watching this video, and like, subscribe and comment and share your feedback. And also like if there is any specific topic you would like to understand, or if you have any complex question on Alteryx, you can share in the comment. I will be looking into those questions and I'll be helping you guys. So thank you.